Hello YouTube, my name is Lemon, welcome back. Hope you're having a good day. Today I want to get started in a new kind of thing. Basically, crash courses in different areas of life. So like crash courses in jobs and careers and things. And what I want to be in life is a music therapist, so I thought that the best way to get this crash course started was to talk about music therapy. What the heck is music therapy? Well, let's get started. Way back in the day with like Aristotle and Plato, they knew and could see that music had an effect on a person, and we see this today. People everywhere mostly enjoy music. Now we all have someone who's like not as a fan of music as most people. Generally, people enjoy music, and this has been documented throughout time. Now, music therapy started in the 20th century after World War II veterans came home from war and they had a lot of emotional and physical trauma from the war. We know this today to be PTSD. The nurses and doctors noticed that their patients responded really well to music, and so musicians were called into the facilities where these veterans were in order to help them overcome their new physical and emotional traumas. However, it very quickly became evident that these musicians needed training in order to handle this population. And so a college curriculum for music therapy was needed. People were like, all right, people respond well to music. But in order to have successful interventions, we need to have trained music people who know what the heck they're doing with these kind of populations. And so, Michigan State in 1944 founded the first music therapy program. After that, the American Music Therapy Association was founded in 1998. And that's the beginning in history of music therapy. So you might be asking yourself, well, what is a music therapist? What do music therapists do? We're going to talk about a few of those things. First up, what is music therapy? Well, music therapy is the clinical and evidence-based use of music interventions to accomplish individualized goals within a therapeutic relationship by a credentialed professional who has completed an approved music therapy program. Or, in other words, music therapy is when someone has received the training to use music as a tool to help a person or group reach their therapy goals. A common question I get when people find out I'm a music therapist is, oh, what instruments do you play? It's a great question. Music therapists are musicians. Duh. My primary instrument is my voice. I sing. I've been singing since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. But I also have to be proficient in several other instruments, including piano, guitar. I just got a ukulele. I am familiar with how to play the variety of percussion instruments and instrument shakers. I learned to play the accordion once. I can play the auto harp, and yeah, lots of instruments. However, the instrument you use in music therapy will depend on the intervention you're performing. So just the fact that I know how to play the auto harp doesn't mean that I'm going to bring the auto harp to every session that I do. It just means that I have that at my disposal if it would benefit the client best. What is it that music therapists do? Well, they help to promote wellness and help their clients to manage stress as well as alleviate pain. They facilitate the expression of feelings and help to enhance memory, as well as work to improve communication and promote physical rehabilitation. When a music therapist meets a client or client group, the first thing they're going to do is assess the situation and assess their clients. This way a music therapist can key in on what goals and interventions are necessary. Some of those goals might be working on emotional well-being, social functioning, cognitive skills. And the really cool thing about music therapy is that the interventions they create are very individual and based on the client needs. Now, these interventions that they can provide their clients can be things like improvisation, musical listening, songwriting, lyric analysis, music and imagery, and even music performance, and so much more. The great thing about being a music therapist is you can get creative in the ways that you use music to help someone reach their goals. There are a few misconceptions with music therapy, like music therapy will only help those who are already musically inclined. That's not true. You don't have to be musically inclined at all to be able to benefit from music therapy. Another music therapy misconception is there's only one type of music that's therapeutic, and it's the type of music where we sit and we listen and we ponder and relax. It's gonna get our energies flowing in the right direction. While that might be true for a few people, that's not true of all people. The best types of music that are going to benefit an individual patient are going to be patient-preferred music. So if you like Styx and Foreigner, then we're probably going to use Styx and Foreigner in your music therapy sessions. Or in hospice, a lot of the people we meet in hospice are from the 20s, 30s, and 40s, so guess what type of music we're gonna use there. All of this is fine and dandy, and it sounds like magic and fairies, and it's great because music helps everyone, but are there facts? Is there research? And I'm proud to say, yeah, there's a lot of research and a lot of journals of music therapy out there. It just depends on the person. In fact, if you don't believe me, just check out Google Scholar and type in music therapy and see what comes up. There's a lot of research that backs up music therapy and the processes that music therapists use to help their clients reach goals. So what does it take to become a music therapist, you ask? Well, the answer's simple. All it takes is a bachelor's degree or higher in a music therapy program approved by AMTA, 1,200 hours of field work including an internship, and passing a board certification exam to earn your entry-level credential, music therapist board certified. Who benefits from music therapy? Well, that's a very long list. Kids, teenagers, adults, seniors, veterans, a lot of people. In the course of my studies, I had to go to several practicum sites or practical sites, and I completed an internship. During the course of those practicums, I went to a variety of nursing homes and assisted living communities. I went to a private practice with someone who had an intellectual disability. I've been to a juvenile detention facility to work with a group of young men. And then I did my internship with a hospice service, which is actually where I would like to work. I really enjoyed working in hospice and being a support there. But I also have friends and know a lot of my classmates who've gone on to work in the school system with special education, who've gone to work in hospitals, children's hospitals, traumatic brain injuries, cancer. Music therapy is pretty much applicable in a lot of different situations and scenarios, and so it reaches a large population of people and can be helpful in a lot of ways. With this large population groups that music therapists can work with, this also equals a large amount of places that a music therapist can work in. These include, but are not limited to, psychiatric facilities, rehabilitation centers, medical hospitals, outpatient clinics, private practice, community centers, halfway homes, senior centers, hospice, correctional facilities. Pretty much wherever there's a need, there can be a music therapist. So, what does a music therapist make? AMTA did a study in 2014 over the amount of money music therapists make, and their average salary was just over $50,000. The median amount of salary that people reported was $46,000, but the most common reported salary music therapists were earning in the United States was $40,000. So, it's fair. Okay, so we've talked about music therapy now, and you're thinking, okay, this is great. Sure, why not? But what the heck is the difference between music therapy and therapeutic music? Or what's the difference between music therapy and being able to listen to music on my iPod? There is a lot. There are so many differences. And for that, I'm going to link a very specific link down in the description about the differences between music therapy and therapeutic music. You can also find at AMTA a whole slew of reasons why music therapy is different from this. Also, there was a Netflix show out not too long ago, I'm not sure if it's still on Netflix, called Live Inside. And if you didn't see it on Netflix, you might have seen clips of it, where a man went into a nursing home and gave a bunch of iPods to residents, and it brought them back to life. And while this is great and awesome and shows the power of music and why it's important that we bring music into these places and use it appropriately, that is not an example of music therapy either, because he's not a trained music therapist. He is providing music that's helping these people, but that's where the process stops. If you have any other questions about music therapy or what music therapists do, please visit musictherapy.org, which is the AMTA official website. Thank you for joining us in today's crash course on music therapy. Hope you enjoyed the video. We have lots more planned for this channel, so hope to see you again. Remember to make today ridiculously amazing, and oh be wise, what more can I say? Till next time, bye!